The last week of February 2022 finds Martin and Jim trying to make an attempt to get into the old log cabin. But the snow was deeper than we anticipated, and we got there with 32 inches of snow and a huge snowbank blocking our whole road. So we jumped in with 2 shovels, started getting things cleared out. I think we've got enough room to get the Outback in there.
Yeah, I think we do, Mark.
Get the show on the road. Camera says it's 3:25. Time to start that 3-mile trek in, Jim. Ready?
Yeah, we got her.
Let's go. Yeah, it's been pretty tough going. Jim says he's doing good. And we finally, after about a quarter mile, now we've got some animal track in front of us, and it makes it a lot easier. Otherwise, even my big wide Hawk skis are dropping down about 15 inches every step. So if it was like that all the way to the cabin, I think we'd be going to town after we get part of it broke in. Go back out and try it tomorrow, but we'll push on a while, see how it goes. Well, this afternoon's outcome is still undetermined. We got 9/10 of a mile in 55 minutes. Which means if I could keep this pace up, we could get to the cabin by dark. But not knowing how many, if there's deer tracks up there, it goes really good. But we got in this open spot, we ran out of deer tracks. So, well, we'll try to get to the mile point, make a decision. We're on to Plan B. Plan B is to, we'll backtrack and, well, we got beaten down. We got 1 mile of the 3 miles into the cabin. And so that'll be a really good start tomorrow. And I pushed it across this really low spot here, and Jim tromped it down some more. So we get tomorrow, we'll be going good to the 1st mile, and then I went right up to where we got a nice deer trail going again. So we'll hit the ground running at that point and see what's beyond. But there's just too far to go. It needs too much energy, and I don't have it in me. So we're going to stay with Walleye Don. Oh, back so soon. Well, I must say that we broke that trail in for a mile. Coming back out was really easy. So tomorrow we got the whole shovel for the car. We got the 1st mile already packed in, and there's some good deer track after that. So I think we'll make it to the cabin tomorrow. No problem. Well, here we are. This is our 2nd attempt to get into the cabin. As we said, last night we gave up. We're back in the town, stayed at Walleye Don's. Had a real nice stay there and got time to visit. Saw some other friends on the way out this morning. We were kind of stalling because it dawned 35 below 0 Fahrenheit, and we were in no hurry to get on this trail. But nice sunny day, late February. It's heated all the way up from minus 35 Fahrenheit to like 10 above Fahrenheit, which is a little unbelievable how fast it came up. And oh look, there's a spots all shoveled in the trail. Oh, that's right, we were here before. Well, we're ready to head in again. This time we're going to make it to the cabin. So wish us luck. There's Jim over there. What do you say, Jim?
My water's frozen.
Oh, I thought it was supposed to be warm up here when we came up.
No, it's as hard as a rock.
We learn. Really nice having this trail we packed down yesterday. But even with that, the way it's warmed up to, well, you know, about that magical time of 12 below centigrade, 12 above Fahrenheit, I'm getting a little warm. I think I'm going to stop and take a layer off so I don't get sweaty, which is what you don't want to do with these excursions. You want to just stay just the right thing of exercise, that you stay warm but don't have any moisture, getting things wet and cold. So we'll stop here a second, get that taken care of. think this wouldn't be too many clothes, but it is. Really high quality merino wool, you know. It is warm.
Yeah, it is warming up. A lot of tracks.
Yeah, Jim's coming up. He says, the deer sure appreciated the path we packed down for them, but I hope they continue on all the way to the cabin because
Yeah, that'd be nice.
it sure makes it easy. So, get this extra layer. I'll have it handy if I need it, but I don't think so. Here's where the work begins again. I see by my track coming this far, I had a few deer were tempted to go on ahead, so we have a deer track to walk in. It makes all the difference in the world because it really firms up the snow. It won't be very wide, but we can work on that later for the snow dog. At least it cuts down on the horsepower we need to push through. 2 miles to go. Yeah, I thought that might happen. The deer are going to stay inside the timber here. But the trail I need to go on goes across that meadow out there. I'm on my own. A few ravens flying up there, but they're not going to do me any good. But ravens flying, it does mean there's probably some deceased deer up there to chew on. Well, it's going pretty good across this meadow. I'm almost halfway, but there's enough brush in my trail down the middle that I'm pretty sure I'm staying at top of the snow dog track that we had here from about 6 weeks ago. And it's not really, it helps because as I come into this clearing, I know I use short ski poles, but when I shoved that ski pole down and it went all the way to the grip into the snow, I realized this is going to be tough. Oh, is that a beautiful sight? They haven't walked in since the last snow, but they got a pretty good path going down through there. And that should go for quite a ways. I'm using my Hawk skis, big, wide skis. Jim's coming up behind. He's wearing snowshoes. He found yesterday he was actually punching deeper than me, but the snow hasn't settled at all winter. So even Don, when I talked to him last night, he said there was no thaw at all. So everything's just been sitting up fluffy and high, and we punched through deep. You know, I shut the camera off, and just as I put it back in my pocket, Jim must have taken a big dive. Now it is tough trying to get up. I mean, I'm telling you, that snow is deep. When you fall off the side of the trail, I'll give him a minute or two. I won't leave him there. I'll go back if I have to and pull him up. But I think he'll have a strategy. But I shouldn't be laughing. Okay, I think he's okay. All 4 limbs seem to be moving. He's getting back up in the firmer. He's got his pole now. All right. I think we'll leave him to his misery. That pack in his back isn't helping. Sorry, Jim. Too good to pass up. Oh yeah, this is like a grooved ski track compared to coming across an open meadow out there where Jim decided to wallow for a while. Pretty nice day, those ravens were flying. Just had the rough grouse go flying across the trail. It is a beautiful day in the woods. I know we're working hard, but got to stop and relish this too. A small consolation, but here we are. It's a halfway point to the cabin. Going really good though. Well, we ran out of deer track temporarily, but I think we're going to be better as we go along. A deer path like this is what I had really hoped that we'd have all the way from the vehicle into the cabin. If we had a trail like this as we come in yesterday, we would have been able to push all the way in and make it easily inside a 3-hour time limit and before Martin ran out of steam. But boy, that first mile yesterday, I'm glad we got out of the way yesterday. Went really good today. Now we're just skimming along. Well, not exactly, but it sure is nice. What a beautiful day out here. Especially now that the deer have a pretty firm base under my skis. We might have a spot or two yet that they don't walk, but it's just no comparison to what this is like. Guy could actually take his skis off and walk right in the trough. It's so hard. We're just kind of making it wider for the snowshoes and the snow dog later. That's why we come. You can't see it, but there's a deer in there about 30 feet away looking at me. And all of his buddies scattered off the other direction. There he goes. They haven't been traveling the main trail too much here, but still there's enough. And it looks to me like maybe that gets a little more use ahead. So we're doing good, moving right along. Well, in our little romp, we've achieved another landmark. Here's the bench. It means we're 1 mile from the cabin. But we're out in this opening, and the deer don't like coming out here. So anyway, I told you about that ski pole. There it is. No wonder when we fall over, we keep going. I'm thinking these deer have more brains than Martin. You can see a deer walk down into here where I'm trying to push my way through this basin. It says, no, I'm not going there. Turns around and left. Hopefully there's some tracks on top of the beaver dam. We're going to take that way. Take the high road. Oh yeah. Probably only about 10 inches of snow on here. It's kind of crusty with the way the deer have traveled it. Not that I'm going to bring the snow dog down the winding beaver dam, but we'll worry about putting the track out there later. We're only just over 500 meters from the cabin, so we're in good shape now. I was hoping for a little more assistance from the deer and the wolves at this point, but we're only about, well, maybe 300 meters from the cabin. I see up there a ways ahead, looks like the deer have a nice, at least they're going to let me go easy the last little bit, but otherwise, for the last mile, well, you can tell the way I'm huffing and puffing here. It's just been a matter of one step in front of the other and pulling out of about 3 foot of snow. So that cabin's going to be a welcome sight. Oh, and there it is. What a welcome sight. Looking at the clock on the camera here, I actually think we made this in 3 hours. When I thought it'd be more like 4. Anyway, enough for now.